Mouse droids are known for being relatively harmless, as they served primarily for cleaning and maintenance purposes on stationed ships and outposts. However, there is one case where they not only took out an entire squad of stormtroopers, but also saved Luke, Leia, and Lando from being captured by the Empire. It was shortly after the events of The Empire Strikes Back, when the remaining Rebel fleet was scattered across the galaxy and was being hunted by the Imperial Navy from every direction. During this period, Luke decided to return back to Cloud City to retrieve his lost lightsaber, believing he needed it if he were to continue his training to become a Jedi. Leia came along to aid him on his quest, with Lando being pulled into the mix for him to make up for his role in helping Vader capture them, as well as his knowledge of the platform as its former Baron. He also sought to rescue his friend Lobot, who had been left behind during their first escape. Upon landing at Cloud City, their ship blew up from an Imperial surprise attack. Knowing that they would need help to escape now, Luke and Leia reluctantly allowed Lando off on his own after he told them that the rescue of his old friend was their best bet off the platform. As a result, the trio split up, each with their own respective mission. Luke in retrieving his lightsaber, Leia to learning how the carbonization process worked for her future rescue of Han Solo, and Lando to finding Lobot. When the former city baron discovered his friend, he found the cyborg connected to the central system of Cloud City, where he was being forced to use his information of the platform in service for the Imperials left behind. While Lando was attempting to free Lobot from his imprisonment, the Imperials were notified of his intrusion and dispatched a squad of stormtroopers to take him out. When they arrived, they trapped him inside the chamber holding Lobot. As the troopers readied their explosive charges to take out the door and prevent the rescue of Lobot, the cyborg awoke from his slumber and was able to call in for help. And that was when a mouse droid crew, known as the Automaintenance Crew 28G, were summoned to help save the day. Using his connection to the entire platform, Lobot signaled the mouse droids to stop their cleaning duties and to charge the stormtroopers outside of his chamber. Rushing across the numerous hallways, the mouse droids barely made it in time as the Imperials were moments away from blowing open the blast doors. They charged at their targets using their tools meant for repair as weapons, including their small blowtorches. Caught by complete surprise, the stormtrooper squad was quickly overwhelmed as the small droids knocked them down and tore into their armor with their tools. Needless to say, the mouse droids saved Lando, and effectively Luke and Leia, who would have likely been left stranded on Cloud City if not for Lobot's rescue. Speaking of Luke and Leia, the two were having some troubles of their own with their missions too. Despite his efforts searching the dumping grounds of the air shafts, Luke was unable to find his lightsaber. Although frustrated at first, he came to realize that he did not need the weapon to become a Jedi, that only connecting himself with the Force and following its path was what truly mattered, not some lightsaber. As a result, Luke came to ditch his original mission and met up with Lando. On the other side of Cloud City, Leia was able to figure out how the carbonization process worked, but only moments afterwards she was captured by being stunned by a squad of stormtroopers. She was later placed into carbonite herself, and was sent to be transported among with other prisoners to an off-world Imperial base. Luke, Lando, and Lobot were later able to free her along with the other prisoners the Empire held in carbonite, after Luke used the Force to free them all from their carbonite confinements. Together, the group was able to just barely escape from Cloud City to rejoin the Rebel fleet. During this flight back, the other rescued prisoners came to thank Lando, believing their former Baron had come back to rescue them against all odds. Although this was obviously not Lando's initial intention in coming back, it did warm his heart, showing him how much doing the right thing meant to other people. This was the spark that later caused Lando to join the Rebel Alliance and ditch his former life as a man who solely looked out for himself. Back on Cloud City, the lightsaber Luke was searching for was eventually found by an Ugnaught worker, who likely sold it on the black market or perhaps even directly to Maz Kanata, who would eventually be the owner of it by the time of The Force Awakens.